If you weren't selling the business, how would you grow it? Now, this does a lot of amazing things. The first thing is it gives you a real insight into how to grow the business. Remember, we've got three stages that we're going through. We're going to buy a business, grow it over probably several years, and then sell it for a much bigger valuation. And that's how we make the majority of our money in this situation, as well as getting the cash flow when you own it. So who better to tell you how to grow the business than the person who's been running it for the last few years? That's the ostensible reason. Now, there's a ninja mind hack reason we'll talk about in the next episode. And I want to mention Carl Allen here, who's got an amazing, amazing background as a deal maker, was a Wall Street guy. And I've learned so much from taking his courses and following him online. I may join his high level mastermind when I can afford it. So I want to give him props. And this is one of the reasons that you want to talk about this. We'll talk about more the ninja psychology in the next episode when I talk about psychology and ninja negotiation tactics. And then the final thing in the meeting is you want to move to the next step, which is setting up what happens next and to kind of smooth the path. They may even ask you, the seller may ask you what happens next. And so you want to explain what happens next, that you're going to get an NDA signed, a non-disclosure agreement just for confidentiality. Then you're going to ask them to share financials. You may have some basic financials if it's been a broker type deal or flipper.com or Empire Builders or something. But what you normally get from them is just profit and loss based, some inventory stuff, but you'll still need to get a balance sheet and possibly other things like age debtors reports, which is some nerdy, boring stuff that finance people often want, it seems. So you're still going to probably have to get something off them. If you haven't gone for a broker or a broker site, you're probably going to have to ask them for all the financials. So you can explain that, and then you can get a sense as well when you explain that, if they go, "Oh, no, 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 I'm not going to share that your rapport hasn't been sufficient," and you can back off that and ask a few questions like, can you tell me what's behind that? What's your feeling there? Hopefully, you've done a good job of creating rapport, and that's why it's so important. And then you'll say, well, then what I'll do is, Mr. Seller, I'm going to evaluate the financials and see if this is a business that looks viable for us to put an offer in on. And if it is, I'll let you know. And then in due course, we'll put an offer in within the next 7 days if we're going to do it at all.